There are these sort of enemies who've mastered the art of not uttering each other's names, fearing any whisper might stir up drama. Take Tamar, for instance. She played it cool while not dropping K. Michelle's name verbally. But hey, if you had to bet, you'd put your money on her hinting at K. Michelle. Oh, the tangle web of frenemies. Stay tuned for more. Hello, lovely souls. It's me again, the Delightful Soul, and welcome to my channel, Delightful by Design. Get ready for my take on all things trending, even the shenanigans. I aim to sprinkle my opinion with a dash of delight, but hey, not everything can be a delight, right? Your presence here is very appreciative, so hit the subscribe button if you want more of my delightful content. Let's dive into this story, huh? K. Michelle and Tamar Braxton's on again, off again issues with one another's were on again. Recently, after the Tennessee songstress called out the Braxton sister for what she believed were subliminal shots thrown her way during a recent interview. The Callin' All Lovers singer appeared on the 100th episode of the We Sound Crazy podcast last week, where she was asked her thoughts on Beyonce's Cowboy Carter album and black artists within the country music space. I think black country is so necessary. I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. Braxton, 47, began. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other black artists that have rolled that wave behind the floodgates. She then went on to compliment three black artists, though she couldn't recall their names, before adding, because there was some who should not have been singing country black music that was awful, and it was concerning for me. I'm not trying to be funny, it just didn't sound good. And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent for us, you got to represent. It got to be right. And let's check out Tamar's comment on the We Sound Crazy podcast.
Yeah. So Tamar, Cowboy Carter came out some weeks back, Beyonce's new album. What do you think about her moving the country?
You know, I knew you guys were going to ask me about that.
Did you?
I did. I think that black country is so necessary.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy
I agree.
that people with talent who can actually sing country music that are black people are finally getting the recognition they
Agreed.
deserve. That's what I think.
And she's a Texas girl. She's country.
Yeah. And you know, I don't know. I just really appreciate Beyonce for opening the door for all the other black artists that has, rode that wave behind the floodgates.
Yeah.
I'm just really appreciative for her.
Agreed.
That's awesome.
These people can really sing. They're so talented.
Yeah.
What's that one black guy who could sing? Like he sings so low.
Tony Evans Jr. He's on the show. Yeah.
Man, I really appreciate his artistry, man.
That's awesome.
Yes.
I'm sure he'd be good. He'd be happy to hear that.
It's true. I started following him because just to hear him sing, I think is sing.
Yeah.
There's also another black. It's like two black girls I like. One little brown skinned little girl.
That's Tanner, right?
That's her real name, Tanner.
I think so. But we'll keep going.
And then there's another girl who kind of looked like the Beyonce campaign.
I know
you know what I'm talking about?
I can't remember her name, but yeah.
She's talented too.
We'll figure it out.
But I appreciate it. I like it. Because there was a couple of people who should not have been singing country black music that was awful. And it was concerning for me.
Care to mention a few?
No, but you know what I mean. I'm not trying to be funny.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be funny. It just didn't sound good.
Yeah.
And you got to make sure if you're going to step into a new genre of music and represent us, that you got to represent.
Gotta be right.
You got to be right.
Gotta be right.
Yeah.
Can't be all auto-tuned down and flirt.
Oh, yeah.
That's not it.
If you were going to step into a
Considering their past tensions and K. Michelle's years-long pursuit of country music, many, including the country love song artists, assume Braxton's remarks were about her. These are just some of the tweets from K. Michelle, along with others, saying, imagine you keep playing with someone who's minding their business, then boom, they sick of you. One tweet and screenshot and it's over for you. K. Michelle tweeted April 28th, I don't pull stunts, Raggedy Ann. I pull cards. She then tweeted, loud cackling hyena, before sharing a photo of a Muppet and insult she used to hurl at Braxton's regularly during the peak of their feuding in the mid 2010s. After fans began to tag both ladies within the thread, Tamar replied to a follower who came to her defense, explaining that she was not referring to the former reality star. See, the fans knew who you were talking about. Tamar Braxton, hers, not talking about at K. Michelle. We've been down this road before, and I'm sure Nita wants to revisit that, wrote the fan, with Braxton adding, I absolutely was not. I said a few artists. I paid homage to Beyonce for bringing positive attention to country music. There are people who I don't address and don't mention, shade to keep mess away. Where was all this chatter when my song went number one? I mind my business and go to work. Then that's what you should have focus on. Then that was your opportunity, Tamar, to further promote your work. Instead, you chose drum. Braxton went on to reply directly to Michelle, I wasn't speaking about you. I would have said your name. I was speaking of country, quote unquote, black music that I have heard before that I didn't enjoy. I wish the best on all your future endeavors. I only want to be with the devil. The end. You won't be with the devil? Now you may not get the devil, but you will channel him out of K. Michelle. While Braxton attempted to move on from the tense moment, K. Michelle took to TNT's comment section to call out the Notice Me singer for throwing stones and then hiding her hands. I finally said in front of everyone, leave me alone, or else I will stand on that. You should try it. You're 9 years older than me. You should set an example of sort. Now go play victim. K. Michelle even added, y'all know I wouldn't be saying anything. She knows exactly what she's doing. Michelle begins, she's been on for months now. Well, years. She's just very hurt acting out. It has to stop today. The Southern songstress added of Braxton. She continued to bring me up in some way, throw her shade, then play victim. I'm not going to keep playing with her. It's played out. But she will stop. I can't overlook negativity all day. Don't keep poking at me, even at shows. Since the making of this video, K. Michelle was not finished. For the record, I cringe to see these two talented young ladies bicker with each other. But I'm going to talk about it like everyone else, okay? Sure, Tamar played it cool by not dropping K. Michelle's name. But let's face it, these two queens are pros at shading someone without even uttering their name. Why stir the pot and throw shade if it's not about K. Michelle in a music realms that's tough to crack, where your talent is often takes a backseat to your skin tone? Another aspect to ponder is whether Tamar was stating facts or not. In my opinion, during K. Michelle's feature in the song Love Can Build a Bridge, it appears that her voice was altered or with auto tune or something, even during her live performance at the CMAs. Now, this is unfair because K. Michelle has a good vocal talent and she is a good writer as well. So I assume she sang the song as per the producer's preference, rather. So if you disagree with me, please delightfully comment below. Then you artists, y'all gonna get enough of answering questions and throwing subliminal messages. I believe the interviewer asked the question because they wanted to get that moment out of Tamar. She didn't mind either. Whereas Tamar's commentary pivoted to bad artists and not bad treatment in that genre. Because clearly, Tamar Braxton knew she was who she was talking about. She knew, and we knew who she was talking about. I firmly believe that Tamar has the right to express her opinion, and she does raise a valid point about talent. However, every genre needs genuine talent. Hip hop, rap, R&B, gospel. However, you, Tamar, said you knew you would be asked about Beyonce's country. Cool. So you used that opportunity to get a lick. This drama seems to be reoccurring and being a reoccurring thing, as per K. Michelle. If you're doing you and doing you well, there is no reason to bring up K. Michelle. I think that black country is so necessary, said Tamar. Then she turns into bitter Betty. I'm so happy that people with talent who can actually sing country music. Actually sing. Okay? K. Michelle vocals versus Beyonce's vocals. Or that all black people are finally getting the recognition they deserve. She also said that on the We Sound Crazy podcast. Now, there are many black artists that came before Beyonce that sang country music. In fact, I was looking at Mickey Guyton. I just did a story on her and her opinion about Beyonce's impact on that genre for blacks, black women in particularly in country music. Then we have Kane Brown, and not to forget Linda Martell. She became the first commercially successful black female artist in country music field and the first to play the Grand Ole Opry. Okay? I enjoy Texas Hold'em by Beyonce, but we're not going to minimize the efforts of others who came before her. Beyonce has been gracious and graceful about her introduction into the country genre. I believe that she is just doing her, and that's something that she enjoys as well. You can enjoy more than one genre of music, as well as artists within those genres. Music is a universal language, right? So notably, Beyonce's extensive following has helped bring attention to black talent and foster acceptance, for which we are truly grateful. Now that back and forth comes weeks after K. Michelle was sent a bouquet of flowers from Beyonce, wishing her the best on her upcoming country release. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and leave your comment below. Bye now.